The JSE looks set to end the week on a firm note. That's after some trading sessions this week. The resources sector seems to be pulling the bourse upwards as the spot price for Brent crude oil seems to be softening up. For more on this, we're joined by Chantal Marx, Head of Equity Research and FNB Wealth and Investments, for a wrap of the markets. A happy Friday to you. Are the markets looking happy at all today?
Yes, the markets are looking really happy today, which is a really great change from what we've seen for most of the week. It's green across the board. As you look at the major sectors, industrials, financials and resources up. And as you correctly mentioned, the resources 10 really pulling up the market today, supported by the industrial space. Sasol up despite the Brent crude oil price hovering around $100 a barrel. And then a really strong showing from a company like Tangela, as well as Exxaro with news that coal exports from Russia will be banned going forward. Generally, commodity prices are well supported, and that explains why the resources sector is pushing the market higher.
And the rand continuing its rally. What's driving this strong rand against major currencies?
I think it's exactly that. With commodity prices quite high, it means that our export basket is very well supported. If our export basket is very well supported, the local currency is as well. I think the fact that the oil price hasn't stayed at very elevated levels has also helped because, of course, South Africa is a net oil importer. So a high oil price generally is bad for our currency, but it's kind of hovering around that $100 a barrel level, I think, will give a little bit more confidence.
Let's take a look at company news. BHP Group giving an update of its merger. What do we need to understand about that?
Yeah, actually quite disappointing, I think, from a South African perspective, because what they're basically doing is they're taking their petroleum business and they're combining it with Australia's largest petroleum business, Woodside Petroleum. That combination is going to be unbundled to BHP shareholders, but not to BHP shareholders necessarily in South Africa. So it means that Woodside Petroleum is not going to list on the JSE as we thought it was going to. I think a little bit of a blow to the JSE's financial prospects. It was going to be a pretty big listing if it was going to go ahead. But yeah, we're still sifting through it. Investors in BHP in South Africa will probably be able to get either cash instead of Woodside Petroleum shares, or they may be able to get Woodside Petroleum shares, but they will be listed in either the UK or in Australia and will make up part of their foreign allowance.
Rand Merchant Investments also giving an update on its unbundling from Discovery and Momentum Metropolitan. What's the latest?
So this is just a finalization announcement saying that all conditions that remained outstanding for them to be able to go forward with that unbundling has been met. So they just reiterated the specific ratios in which Rand Merchant Investment shareholders can expect to receive Discovery shares as well as Momentum shares. Not much in terms of what the structure of that business is going to be going forward, but previously management did announce that they are looking to almost convert this business into outsurance on its own, and they're still not sure what they're going to do with some of the smaller businesses in there, but ultimately you'll end up with outsurance shares.
Chantal Marx, Head of Equity Head of FNB Wealth, Head of Equity Research at FNB Wealth and Investments. Chantal, thank you very much for availing yourself this afternoon.